channel, and in today's video I am playing Drawback Chess, and this is episode 2 of the Drawback Chess series that I started a few days ago. One of you guys left a comment on my episode 1 of the Drawback Chess series saying that I should make part 2, and I did say that if someone left a comment saying that, then I will make part 2. So this is part 2 of the Drawback Chess series. And if you haven't watched part 1 yet, I'll put the playlist link in the description. And yeah, let's get into game number 1. Okay, we get paired with an opponent named Bong, and this is 5 plus 5. And our drawback is oddball. You can only capture on odd number moves. Okay. Interesting. I don't want it to abort, so I'm just gonna play a move so that doesn't abort. There is increment. So, like, for example, right now I can't capture it because it's the second move, so I can only capture on odd number moves. So that would make it hard to do trades, I guess, because half the time I wouldn't be able to capture. So if I had to capture twice in a row, it's never possible. I can play a Scotch game. I mean, I'm more familiar with the Italian, just to, like, target f7, which is what I'm gonna do, because the Scotch is something I've learned, but actually, after they take, it'll be the 4th move, so I can't even take back, which is pretty disastrous. Normally I would play c3 here, which is the main line, but if I go c3, and then this is the 4th move, 5th move, and then when they take, this will be the 6th move, and I can't capture back on the 6th move, which is the main line. So I'm just going to castle out of the way and just keep things simple and not go for this kind of line, because then I can't capture back. We get knight f6. Let's play knight c3 to defend the pawn. And if for some reason my opponent decides to take here, I can't actually take back. Actually, this is actually a common trap. When the knight takes and you take back and you have the knight and bishop like this, d5, and it's a fork. So it's actually an even trade. So if my opponent had seen that, or they wanted that, then I wouldn't have actually been able to take back and I would be down a pawn. But they don't do that, so let's just go d3. Try to develop this bishop. So far, things are looking very symmetrical. If he goes d6, yeah, this is going to be very symmetrical right now. Bishop g5. And I guess if they play bishop here, I can't actually take this, because that would be the 8th move, and I can only capture on odd number moves. Okay, we get bishop e6 instead. Now, I can't take this because it's the 8th move. As you can see, if I try to take, it's not going to allow me. I think I should just retreat back, and if they decide to take, then I can always take back, because it will be the 9th move. And if they don't take, then I can take on the next turn, because, like, if they take on the 10th move, for example, or actually, no, if they take on their 9th move and it will be my 10th move, I can't take back. So if they don't take this turn, I'm going to take, so that I don't lose the bishop if they take on one of their odd numbered moves, because then it will be an even number for me. Okay, we get bishop d4. Sorry if that didn't really make sense. It was kind of complicated. Now, I have a choice. I can take this one or I can take this one. I think after this and after takes, I have to move my knight. And if they take, I can't take back. So I'm just going to take this bishop for now. And obviously they're going to take back, right? Unless their drawback prevents them from doing so. And now I can't take this because this is the 10th move. If they take, however, I can take back, so that shouldn't be a problem. So I'll just, like, move my queen up. And if they take, I'll take with the queen, so I can keep my pawn structure nice and clean. Okay, they do take, so I'll take with the queen, as we said. I'm also down on time a little bit, just a little bit, by like 20 seconds. But there is increment, so I shouldn't be worried about that. Alright, we get d5. I guess... Wait, isn't this a free pawn? If I take now, then takes... That looks a little wonky. But if I take here and then I take, I think it's just a free pawn. So I'm going to take... Oh, it's the 12th move. I can't do that. That's my only drawback, and I forgot about it. Gosh. Okay, should they take, I can always take back. But I need something to defend the pawn, so I'll go rook e1. And I can take next move because it will be the 13th move. But if for some reason, again, if they, like, take with the knight, then I can't actually take this. Or the queen, in fact. So that would be kind of devastating. But hopefully they don't do that, because they don't know what my drawback is. Okay, we get queen d6. Now I can actually take this. And I will. Just to clear up the middle and make sure I don't lose a pawn anywhere. We'll do that. I mean, I'm assuming this is... What? My opponent resigned? Wait, what was their drawback? You can't capture on the 5th rank. Why would you resign? Like, I know you can't capture on the 5th rank, but it's not like game over, right? You just like move the knight and you play on. Like, mine is you can only capture on odd numbered moves. Theirs is, what was it? You can't capture on the 5th rank. So they're basically limited 1/8 of the board, right? And I'm limited 1/2 because it's every other move. So like mine is significantly harder than theirs. Like 3/8 harder actually. So yeah, you can see here mine is like right in the middle of like easy to hard, and theirs is like right next to easy. So I'm not sure how that's fair, but I mean I did win, so I'll like my drawback. I guess that's a win for us. So with that, we do win game number 1, which is kind of like I don't think they should have resigned there. Like they could have kept playing. It's not like the end of the world, right? Just move the knight and you're fine. You're only down like a pawn, and I can't even take you, so it's like completely fine. Anyways, we win game number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to game number 2. Also, I should mention that in this variant, there are no ratings. So I think there is a rating system, but they just don't show it because like the drawbacks you get are harder or easier determined on your opponent and your rating, but it doesn't actually show it. Anyways, our drawback is hopscotch. You must alternate moving to light and dark squares. So if I go to a light, the next turn I have to go to a dark square. Okay. Wait, so I can't play knight f3, which is kind of sad. It's also 3-2, so it's shorter time control than last game, but we still have increment, so it's fine. My opponent is taking a long time here. Is he gonna abort the game or what? So I'm assuming after like e5, I have to go knight c3, the Vienna game, because I have to go to our dark square. My opponent's name is Deathwith. I just saw that. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on. Is he just not here right now, or what's going on? Also, I saw this in the last video, but I don't think I mentioned it. There is an option to reveal your drawback to your opponent, which means they can actually take advantage of it. For example, if I have to alternate between light and dark, like when I have to move to a dark square, they can capture something on a light square, and then I can't take back because I have to move to a dark square. So if you do that, it's going to be a lot harder to win. So maybe I should actually do that. Okay, it was aborted. I don't know why they aborted it. If you move the knight on your last move, you can't move a knight. What kind of drawback is that? Look at this. Theirs is completely just on easy, and mine is just all the way over here in hard. All right, I guess let's go ahead and redo game number 2. Okay, we get paired against... Hello? Just says loading. Wait, what's going on? Hold on a minute. I think my internet is being funky. Okay, we are back. I'm not sure what happened there, but I just restarted my internet connection and we are back. My opponent's username is TTTT. Okay, I'm not sure how you picked that exactly, but sure. Alright, let's look at our drawback. Shell Shock. Whenever your opponent captures pieces adjacent to the capture, you can't move for 1 turn. Wait, okay, I have to move or else it's gonna auto abort. I'll just play like e6 or something. G3, that's kind of a weird opening. Is it not? Is it like normal for my opponent? Okay, they're just going for like a King's Indian attack sort of setup. I'm just playing passively because I don't want to blunder anything because I didn't really understand my drawback because it was gonna abort. Whenever your opponent captures pieces adjacent to the capture, you can't move for 1 turn. Oh, so like if you have a pawn defending a pawn, it's like useless because if something takes, then you can't actually take back. Okay, got it. That sounds kind of hard. And you also can't move it. So like if my opponent like takes near the king, like obviously they don't know what my drawback is, but if they like get a queen here, then I can't move any of these pieces, so I'm basically just gonna lose on the next turn. We get d4, which is surprisingly not a free pawn because the knight defends it. I guess we'll just go bishop check. Probably c3 here is pretty solid. So like if they block and I take, yeah, so like if I take right now and they take, then I don't have pieces there anyway, so it's not gonna really matter that much. I'm not gonna take though because my bishop is pretty active. I'm not gonna give it up for this passive knight. Again, it's 5-5, so we get increments, so we're not gonna like lose on time or anything. I'm thinking d5 to strike in the center and also to get the bishop out. Or we just go like knight g7. You know what? Let's go knight g7, get castled, and then we can strike in the center by going d5. Okay, we get attacked with c3. I guess I'll just retreat. Don't really have a lot of options there. The other one was bishop d6, which just blocks my pawn. And that's not good, I'm assuming. Okay, a4. Now, obviously, this looks for b4, bishop b6, and an a5 trapping my bishop. So I guess I kind of have to play a6 to make sure my bishop has some room to breathe. But honestly, this is not looking good for me because the opponent is just gaining space on the queen side. Okay, they castle. I guess I'll also castle. And I just realized this, but another option for my bishop is I could try to Viennetto it over here on b7. Of course, now it's not possible because I have to move the bishop back. But maybe after a5, bishop a7, I can go b6 and then do this. Because the bishop doesn't really have a lot of scope on this diagonal because of these two pawns. We get bishop a3, which I'm pretty sure looks for b5, and then after takes, and like my knight moves, he wants to like pin my knight to the rook, I guess. I can't really stop that much. I'm just gonna move my rook so I'm not in a pin, and I'm at least defending this. If he goes b5, I'll just take. And so far my drawback hasn't really affected me that much. Oh wait, I just realized if he takes, I can't move these pieces. Because when the opponent captures, I can't move these pieces for one turn. Oh my god. That's crazy. How did I forget that? That's actually insane. Well, I'm gonna lose a knight for free. So I might as well take use of it and like sack it. Oh, I can't sack it because I can't move it right. I don't know what I'm saying. Or what if I just like sacrifice the rook? A rook for a bishop is only losing 2 points, while losing a knight loses 3 points. Although I guess I get a pawn, so it's the same thing. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I completely forgot about that. Shoot. That was my bad. Is there any way I can get out of this mess, or am I just cooked already? I don't know. Yeah, I know. We'll just sack the rook. I mean, it gains a point. So when the opponent takes, I don't have any pieces near it, so the drawback doesn't actually affect me. And my opponent is probably wondering what the heck I'm doing because he doesn't know what my drawback is. So technically, I could like move my knight. Not there, obviously, like a5 or a7 probably. And he's probably like, what is this guy doing? Right? So, yeah. Now, if he takes this, I actually cannot take back either because my bishop gets, quote-unquote, shell-shocked. Alright, we get c4. I guess looking for c5, and then after my bishop moves, the knight is hanging. Which, honestly, is a pretty darn good idea, and I'm not sure how to stop that. Because I can't really defend the knight because the pawn. And I can't move the knight anywhere which is safe because all of these are guarded. Oh, I do have one idea though. I can go c6, and after he tries to trap my bishop, which doesn't quite work because I can move back, my queen defends the knight. Which somehow works out? Wait, no, what am I talking about? If he goes here, then my queen doesn't defend the knight. Oh my god, I'm getting absolutely destroyed. This is crazy. I'm gonna have to sacrifice the bishop. I mean, it's a bishop for 2 pawns, so it's not as bad. No, it's not, because when I take it, he takes this piece of shell shock. This piece is shell-shocked, so it can't move. I mean, I guess my queen can still move though, right? Wait, can it? Whenever your opponent captures pieces adjacent to the capture, can't capture. Okay, so I can still take this back. Thank goodness. I mean, like, if he goes crazy here and goes rook takes a5, then I can't actually take back, but I'm just hoping he doesn't do that because he doesn't know my drawback. Queen a1, yikes. My knight is literally trapped. I wonder what his drawback is. So far, he's been playing, like, pretty normally. I mean, like, if a King's Indian setup is, like, what you play, which is normal for not a lot of people, but, like, hey, if it's what you play, then it's what you play, right? Like, I'm not gonna argue with that. It's a pretty darn good opening. I have learned the lines before. I am down on time a lot, actually. I'm 1 minute 30 here, and my opponent's, like, more than 4 minutes, so I have to stop talking so much and focus here. I think my knight is just gone. I actually have nothing. So I guess let's just push in the center because this knight is goner. Maybe we can get this bishop out, except it literally sucks because it's behind these pawns. And those pawns are literally like they're just restraining my bishop. I think I should like move my queen back, then move this pawn out so I can get my bishop out this way, which sounds pretty good because this bishop is just restraining the rook's movement. It's restraining the knight's movement. It's just being a big pain. So I'm gonna go queen c7. Oh, because they just captured, so my queen can't move. Oh my god. Why did I go d5? I should have gone here and then gone here. Because now I just like wasted 2 moves. Oh my god. Oh, good lord. Okay, I guess here to attack this. I don't even know at this point. I'm down 6 points of material, as you can see here. I don't believe we can win this game. Rook a8. Oh no, I can't even go bishop d7 because after takes I can't even take back. This is a complete mess. And if they take that, I can't. I mean, queen c7 still works because takes and I can take back with this rook, even if I can't take with the queen. Because of this shell shock thing is like really annoying. I've got to be honest. I think I'm going to dislike this drawback after this game. Okay, e4, striking in the center. Yikes, I only have like 20 seconds left to figure this out. I'm down on time and I'm down on material. This is going to be a loss for me. I think just knight takes here, right? Oh, he's thinking. Wait, why is he thinking? Is this related to his drawback? Is it? Is it? Oh, he didn't take back. That's really interesting. Wait, so if I take and he takes here, I get a free bishop. And if I take and he takes here, then I can move my knight. Oh, nice. Free piece. I wonder what his drawback is. Like, so far, everything was normal. Except here, he just didn't take back, which is really weird. Also, the shell shock thing doesn't affect me here because my pawn can't move, which doesn't really matter because I'm going to take here anyway. It would be really nice if I could get a queen. Or, like, not getting the queen is the main purpose because it's defended a lot of times. But, like, get the rook. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. Now I can move again, but then I lose the rook. And that's definitely not good. Oh, God. I have 8 seconds. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making moves at this point. If he takes, I literally cannot take. I can't take with the pawn because of the rule. What was that? Free pawn? And I can't take with the bishop because then this and it's checkmate. It's literally checkmate. Although he doesn't know that. Oh god. I'm gonna lose this game. If he takes, then I can't take with anything. I mean, I can take with the rook, and then that's kind of it. I shouldn't have let my time get so low. Queen a5, what is he doing? I mean, I don't even know. I'm just playing moves at this point that I'm not sure how they make sense, but they just do. If he takes with this rook, this might be like checkmate. That's like my only hope in the position right now. He takes with like the rook, but now that's blocked off too, so like there's no way I can win. Unless like queen c7, queen takes, rook takes, and then checkmate. which would be absolutely insane. Okay, I can't. Yeah, this is mate. Any rook takes is just mate. Hello? Yep, there we go. Alright, I mean, I guess I shouldn't resign because maybe his drawback is like you can't take it or something. I have no idea. But yeah, I have 1 second, so probably not. I'll just pre-move this just in case he doesn't take, but he does in fact take. Alright, with that, we lose game number 2. And my opponent's drawback was wind up toys. After the first 12 moves of the game, you can't move your knights and bishops. Oh, so that's why he couldn't take back. Okay, wait, let's see. First 12 moves of the games. So that's why at the start he was playing like normal. Or subnormal. He was trying to position his knights and bishops so that... I mean, he probably should have tried to trade them off because... Oh, that's what he was doing here. Oh, so he couldn't have moved the bishop anyway, but I sacked my rook for it, which is probably good for him. So after this, his knights and bishops were just stuck. So they can't take back. Okay, let's see how that unfolded. So he's playing basically normal with his rooks, knights, with his rooks, queens, and pawns. But everything else was kind of stuck. Oh, so when I take, he can't take with the knight because of his thing. And then when I take, again, he can't take, which would have been good. But now when I take the bishop, then he doesn't allow me to take the rook because the rooks are fine, so they can move. I'm not sure why I didn't take this pawn, though. That's interesting, actually. He could have just took the pawn, right? I'm not sure. Anyways, with that, we lose game number 2 and we win game number 1. So we're 1 for 2, 50% win rate. If you guys did enjoy this, please let me know in the comments how it was. And if I get a comment saying make part 3, then I will do part 3. And we'll see where the series goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Please let me know in the comments how it was. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye, like and subscribe.